Hello fellow investor, if you're watching this video, most probably you want to start a WYLD strategy or maybe you just started. But anyway, before to dive into that, I want you to know the truth. There are a lot of videos there of gurus or anyway people on YouTube that describe the WYLD strategy like a sort of miraculous income making machine, but they avoid to talk about the risk. So in this video, I want to dig into that and give you my opinion about the WYLD strategy. If you follow this channel, you probably know that I already did a different project on the WYLD strategy, but also other on covered call and general option selling. I will link some of them into the description. Plus, later on this video, I will give a brief update of my last WYLD project. So if you are interested, stick around for that. I will go over 5 very important things you need to know if you want to approach the WYLD strategy. This is some lesson that I learned during my past years and also when I did the different WYLD strategy project, because time to time I do some mistake. I understand what the mistakes are. So in this video, I will explain to you in order you will set your correct expectation of what you can get from a WYLD strategy and you will avoid costly mistakes. So let's start. Set the right expectation. When using the WYLD strategy or also some covered call strategy, you are basically trading the short-term gain in the form of premium in exchange of the long-term capital gain. You are capping your potential return in a bull market in exchange to an immediate premium that you get every week or every month depending what your strategy is. Some people are perfectly fine with this trade-off because they get some steady predictable income from selling the option. However, you need to ask yourself what will happen in the moment the market will have a bull run of 20% and you will end up with your WYLD strategy that returned 5-6% while the value of the asset that remain in your portfolio is basically flat. That can be really frustrating and you need to accept that this most probably is going to happen. I wanted to check this out, this chart, which is a comparison between QYLD and QDVO. QYLD is an ETF that is automatically sell covered call on QDVO. It's not a WYLD strategy exactly, but is a covered call strategy. The ETF is actively managed, so it means the asset manager is selling on a weekly or monthly basis, now I don't remember, covered call on QDVO and collecting the premium. But let's look at the chart and you see that in basically the last 5 years, the one in orange is the value of QDVO, the one in blue is the value of QYLD. Yes, this doesn't count the dividend distribution, which is basically the premium distribution that you will get, which is in around 10-11% a year. But anyway, the result is quite different. If you keep yourself invested in QYLD, over 10 years, your asset will gain only 110% increase. I mean, it's quite good, but anyway, comparing to the almost 400% that got QDVO, that's quite a difference. And you need to know that when you are in the bull market, like QDVO was, the result will always be better owning the asset and not just selling option on the underlying asset. In short, know what you are doing because yeah, you get steady and very nice premium on a weekly basis, but no people got rich selling option because the real wealth is keeping invested in a bull market. You really make good money if you are able to keep yourself invested in the market and you catch 1, 2 or more bull run. If you're just selling option, yeah, you get money, you get nice premium. Maybe this money you use for your daily expenses, which is great if you are like retiring, but you will not get rich from selling option. Choose the right stock or the right ETF. The success of your WYLD strategy depends 80% on the type of asset you choose for the strategy itself, because stocks and ETF are not all the same and you need to choose the one that aligns with your risk tolerance because that's the most important part. First of all, you need to look at the liquidity. You need an asset that is as much as possible liquid because when you're selling option, whatever is a covered call or cash secure put, if the asset is not liquid, it will be different to price it correctly and get a nice premium. And sometimes it will be even difficult to find a buyer for the option you are trying to sell if you choose an asset that is completely liquid, it doesn't have high trading volume. So my suggestion is always to go to mainstream stocks or ETFs. Another important point is the volatility, because the higher the volatility of the asset, and by volatility it means how much the asset goes up and down every day, the higher will be the premium. But of course it will be more risky, it will be easier for you to get assigned and to lose the possible capital gain that you will lose in the moment you get assigned on a covered call, for example. If you decide to run a whole strategy on stock like Tesla, for example, which is a quite high volatility, yeah, you will get high premium, but it will be a nightmare and you will get assigned so many times. The goal of the whole strategy, and in general the goal of option selling, is not to get assigned. I mean, you want to get the premium, but you don't want to get assigned. So if you take super high volatility stock, you will probably get assigned quite a lot. My choice always go to like ETFs, which has in general a lower volatility comparing to single stocks. But if you want to buy stocks, you need to buy a stock that you feel comfortable keeping in your portfolio. So the fundamental of the stock really matters. I know many people are not able or just don't want to do fundamental analysis to see the real value of a stock, but maybe they just go with their guts. They like a company, they like the service they do, and they believe in such company. That's okay. At least sell option on a stock you believe in. So don't sell option on a penny stock or some company you never heard just because it came out a very nice premium, because most probably sooner or later you will get assigned on a cash good put, the market will go down and you need to stick with the stock in your portfolio unless you want to sell it and you take the loss. And having in portfolio a company that you don't believe in, that you hate, that you even don't know what they do, it's a nightmare. And sooner or later you will be forced to just sell the position and forget about that. So always run the whole strategy, or in general covered call strategy, on stock that you really believe and you feel comfortable to keep in your portfolio. And let's go to point number 3, that for me is one of the most important and people don't talk much about that, is that wheel strategy is not passive. You need to actively manage. That's not passive income. It's not like you buy and hold a stock and you get the dividend. Well, it's true that you get periodical income and that selling an option is quite fast. You need to monitor your position constantly. Forget the idea that you sell a call, for example, and you don't look until the expiration date. No, you need to monitor, you need to see if the price is going near the strike price, means you will go in the money, or even if the price fall too far out of the money. Anyway, in both of cases, you need to be ready then to roll your option. Rolling option is a system that you basically buy to close the option you have it, and at the same time sell the same option, probably with a different strike price, but much further in time. This is a system that in case you are going in the money, it avoids you to get assigned, so you extend your expiration date. In general, you will lose a little bit of premium, but it's also a system that will help you to make more premium in case the price go too much out of the money. So if you want a system where you just collect the premium and forget all the strategy, then don't run the strategy yourself. It's much better you buy some ETF. I will link some of them into the description, that are ETF that automatically sell covered call on some underlying asset. In that case, you will get your premium every month. You forget the old system and things will be 10 times simpler for you. Speaking about managing the strategy, I was running the XLF wheel strategy, link right here if you want to see all the different week, what I did every week. And I think it's time for you to give you the final update on the project. So let me switch to my tracking portfolio, which is right here. You see, last week was week 16. I sold a covered call with a strike price of 49.5. As you probably noticed, I didn't come up with the video because I wanted to close this project in some way, and I was able to let this call expire. I mean, I did some rolling of the call, but at the end I was quite lucky that the price recovered, so I was able to close with some minor loss that I don't report here, but few bucks. I wanted to do that in order that the last price I trade will be that 49.5. It will be also the hypothetical last price of the buy and hold strategy. So what we see right here, we see that the premium strategy together with capital gain and capital loss returned be more than $200, 218, while a simple buy and hold strategy done on week 1 that was during the beginning of October would return with a capital gain of $350. So if we see right here, you will come to me and you will say that QYLD strategy is completely useless. And in this case, I agree with you, but for few reasons. This result doesn't come just for the strategy itself, but it comes from the wrong logic behind the strategy, which was me that wanted to make a record video for YouTube. The way I constructed the project, trading and recording the video every week, sometimes makes me do a lot of mistakes and take wrong choices. In many cases, the best option would be to roll the option or to sell at much more further expiration date, but in that case I will not be able to record the video, so I decided not to do that and to just let it expire and sell the next option. And that of course was a mistake from my part. And this want to introduce my fourth point that you need to pay attention and keep in mind when you run the QYLD strategy is that you need to adapt the market condition. You cannot running a strategy like I did, just I will do this every week exactly the same, forgetting about where the market is going. I mean, you can do it, but most probably that will be the result you get. And you need instead to check the market condition and take decisions that are in line with the market. QYLD strategy, covered call, whatever selling option you want is not investing long term, it's trading. It's more close to a trader than a long-term investor. So you need to understand where the market is going. You need to be able to forecast in some way what will happen in the next 2-3 weeks, 1 month, whatever, and you need to take some risk and move the expiration date of your covered call or cash secure put further if you think it will be better to not get assigned. While the QYLD strategy is certainly profitable, it works better when you are in a steady market or in a way a slightly bullish market. Because if you are in a hyper bull market, it will work, but you will lose a lot of potential gain that you could get just to be invested. And if you are in a strong bear market, your cash secure put will be assigned and the stock you own will fall down with the market. I mean, this will happen, of course, with the buy and hold strategy, but that's not what you need to hope for. And here, for the fifth point, you need to be ready to own the stock or the ETFs that you choose, because this will happen 100%. And you need to prepare that things will go in the wrong direction, because if you are in a bear market, price will go down, you will stick with the asset, you will of course start to sell in covered call, you will probably never get assigned because the price will keep going down, and while you get the premium from the covered call, you will see a big red minus in your portfolio. You need to be prepared to that. That's why I say once again, the goal is to buy a stock or an ETF you really believe in and you can be invested for the next, 10 years. Because otherwise you will panic 100% and sooner or later you will start to think what I'm doing, there is no reason to run this QYLD strategy, let's cut my loss. This is a typical psychology that happen in all type of investment. I mean, when you buy something and you see red in your portfolio, it's easy to be a little bit in panic and decide to sell and to run away. But I wanted to say, be prepared, because with the QYLD strategy, sooner or later you will get assigned. So we arrived to the end of the video, and I want to give you my conclusion, my final take on the QYLD strategy in general. If you watched some of my previous video, you probably know I am a long-term investor. I like to buy and hold my stocks, my ETF, for many years. Most of my stocks are also dividend stocks because I really like to get some sort of premium, which is called a dividend, on quarterly basis. That's something I really love to see dividend hit my bank account. But at the same time, I don't think that do some trading in the form of WYLD strategy or selling option in general, especially covered call, I don't think is wrong. I decided to use only 5, maximum 10% of my net worth in such sort of strategy, because for me, while the premium is nice, the risk to lose a bull run is really a nightmare. I could not sleep if I think that like 50% of my portfolio is invested in covered calls, and sooner or later will be a bull market and I will lose all my stocks and I will lose all the possible gain that I can get. There is no way for me that I can be okay with that, so my choice is to destinate only a small part of my portfolio to some sort of training that I do in the form of WYLD strategy. In addition, I have to say that option strategy becomes super popular, and I think it's also fault in some way of the stockbroker, because think about that. If you run a WYLD strategy on a weekly basis or even on a monthly basis, you are trading every week, every month, means you are paying commission to your stockbroker very often. While if you do a simple buy and hold strategy, you pay commission one time when you buy the asset. So I believe that in some way stockbrokers are pushing a little bit too much retail user, especially who doesn't have so much experience, to play with option, because they want you to do as much trade as possible and get as much commission as possible. I don't think these commission are huge. I mean, you will not lose a big part of your investment because of the commission, but especially if you are a bit on a budget, wasting so much time on commission for trading a cheap ETF, I don't know, I don't see that. I would prefer just to use all the money I have to buy some very good quality ETF, just sit and see it grow for the next 10 years. That's how I started, and now I think it's better to do it. So thank you a lot for watching. I hope with this video I was able to recap everything I said during the past, I don't know, 50 video on my covered call project, triple Q WYLD strategy, XLF WYLD strategy, whatever I did that you find in the description. I mean, if you want to dig in all the steps I did, check out the playlist. I hope I give you a good picture of the risk of running a covered call, but not just the risk, but what you need to pay attention if you want to start by yourself. I'm not here to say no, don't do it. I really like the WYLD strategy. I like especially selling covered calls, and I do myself. So just use especially at the beginning as a side investment, and after maybe you see something that for you works better than the buy and hold, and okay, put all your money over there. It's perfectly fine. So thank you again for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't do already. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the WYLD strategy. Which WYLD strategy work for you? Which ETF you like to use, or which stock you like to use? I will try to reply, and maybe I will do some follow-up video on the WYLD strategy or in general on covered call. So thanks, and see you to the next video.